Hi, I'm Karen Murphy and I'm here with Joel Hall from My New Feed, and we're doing an interview today for a councillor from behind the desk.
Nope, that's not it at all.
Bleeper!
All right, very first episode of this new series, Beyond the Desk. We want to get to know the local politicians across Logan. And what better way to start than a very good friend of mine, someone I knew before she entered this crazy world, the wonderful Karen Murphy of Division 12. How are you, Karen?
Good, thank you, Joel, for making me number one, right? Number one.
Now, what made you, because I knew previously you were a real estate agent.
Yes.
And heavily involved in the community. What made you take that next step and become a councillor?
Obviously, we had gone through a little bit of turmoil with Logan City Council, and it was an opportunity to step up. I'd already been fulfilling roles of community advocates and working with the Chamber of Commerce. So obviously Joel and I had worked with the Chamber of Commerce together and a few other organisations. So I already had the background to know our area extremely well. So it was an opportunity to have a go. So I put my hand up, worked hard, had a go, went and worked my way through the campaign and then through the election, and here we are today.
And what a campaign you ran, and I think Division 12 is better off because of you and the hard work you put in.
Thank you.
But this is not an easy job, as I don't know how many people know the work that goes into being a councillor, but what is the most challenging part of this new role, and what kind of shocked you as someone who hadn't been in politics before, and this is sort of your first foray into a politics position?
So it's like no other role that I've ever done before, and I've had a diverse range of roles, from working for NGOs like Regional Mission and PCYC through to the real estate and even childcare. I've always had a customer service orientated role, so I knew about that, but this is a little bit more. It's challenging. Some of the roles and some of the emails that we get and concerns and issues, we're fighting for our residents to try to get them an outcome. Sometimes it's possible and we have great outcomes, and sometimes it's a little bit tricky and we don't quite get what they might need, but we have to look at it as a whole. So yeah, we get some interesting jobs that we do, but we get some very rewarding jobs. Like this morning I had to go to a childcare centre for book week, and all the little kids were dressed up in their outfits and got to read them a book, and it was just a great way to interact with the kids, but also the staff that live and work in our area.
Did you go dressed up for book week?
No.
I sent my 3-year-old to school today for book week as Spider-Man.
Excellent.
He went as Iron Man yesterday, Spider-Man today. So
there was 3 Spider-Men this morning, so it's a very popular
it's the go-to
outfit. Yes.
Is the interaction you get to have with the community the most rewarding part of the job?
Definitely, and just building things and getting things done for the community groups, being able to get grants to them so that they can then help other programs within the community. It all goes back to our residents and our local area, and then a bigger picture of Logan as a whole. So any way I can support our local community or even greater Logan is a great outcome.
And do you get any sort of crazy outlandish requests?
Yes, we get lots of crazy requests, but we try to treat everybody as an individual and try to address their concerns and try to get an outcome as soon as possible. Most people just want to be listened, so if we listen to what they've got to say, then use the departments within council, because council's a big company, it's $1 billion company, so we have lots of different departments, and sometimes you're crossing over with a different problem. But to try to weave through the maze just to get them an outcome can take a little time. Nothing happens fast, but we try to get at least an outcome and give that good customer service where we're keeping them up to date about what's going on.
Fantastic. Now we are currently on the back deck of Club Beanley right here in Division 12, so a place that you and I have had many meals together, and it's a wonderful location within Division 12 that I know you use as almost a second office.
Yes.
What sort of other things do you do when it is Karen time and it's downtime? Where can we Fine, Karen, what do you do to fill your days in when it's not on the clock, which is very rare, I feel, in your job?
Yeah, as counsellors, we do work long hours. There's not only the actual role of working at the office, which is a couple of weeks where we have to do the paperwork side of things, but then we're out in the community as well, seeing our community groups or going to P&C meetings or events, etc. So they are long hours, but it's a fun role in it, and I really enjoy it. But I try to have time with my family because I don't get to see them very often because you're always out and about, and I've got a son that's about your age. He's just about to get married, so we're planning a wedding, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That can come off. So there's some of the things that we do. In the summer, I love the heat. I'm not so much a fan of the winter, but we like to go to the beach and have a swim. Typical Aussie family, the barbecue down the beach, that sort of stuff.
Fantastic. Okay, so it's now time for our fast 5 questions. This is the hard-hitting stuff. Are you ready?
Oh no. Okay, let's give it a go.
Who is your favourite music artist?
It'd be Elvis, and only because of my mother. So she had the old 45 records and used to play them constantly on the record player back then. So it was sort of really instilled in us, those old time music, like the Righteous Brothers, Elvis, Frankie Lane, all those sorts of stuff. But I'm an 80s girl as well, so bring out the fluoro.
There we go, some spandex and hairspray.
Culture Club.
So Karen, what is your favourite thing to do here in the City of Logan?
So from Division 12's point of view, we've got some really great parks, the Red Bridge, we've got the Rum Distillery, we've got the Historical Village, and let's not forget Poppy's Chocolates.
Fantastic little local space.
Yes.
Do you have a favourite sport team?
Oh, no, not really. I follow everybody, democratically
The Beanley
correct.
Pirates?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
What is your favourite colour?
Blue.
Oh, very quick response. The last one, the most hard-hitting favourite TV show of all
Survivor.
time, not just so you're a big time Survivor.
Our family has watched every series, including the ones that hasn't come to Australia. So I've even been to the CBF store. I've got a buff, I've got the shot glasses, I've got the magnet on the fridge. We're huge Survivor fans. We have parties with our friends that watch Survivor too. So remember those eating challenges the Survivor used to have? We used to do that. Yeah, Survivor is the go.
There you go. And our Division 12's own Survivor. Please thank. No, don't please thank. There's no crowd here. Thank you so much for joining us on this first ever episode. The great Karen Murphy.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks, guys.